What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Lori D. Today I want to make a video about the hiring process and some frequently asked questions about the process it takes to become a flight attendant. So, a question that I've been getting a lot lately is, do I need a passport to be able to apply to become a flight attendant? That's been kind of a tough one for me because I actually had my passport when I applied, so that wasn't an issue. However, I do have friends that did not have a passport. Your best bet would be to probably see if you can get your passport expedited and just potentially explain to the passport office that you are applying to become a flight attendant, and it is a requirement for the job to be able to travel to other countries. So a passport is something that you need to be able to attain in a short amount of time. I probably, to be honest, would not apply without it. But you can use your own judgment for it because there's so many other people that do have passports. So it's kind of like, why get someone without one that has to get one when I can just take someone that already has one, you know? So it's kind of a catch-22 type of situation. Plus, it's a win-win situation. If you don't have your passport, and I mean, absolute worst case scenario, you go ahead and get it and you don't get the job, you still have a passport. So now you can finally take that girls trip that you've been wanting to take out the country, or that, family trip or guys trip or whatever the case may be. So that would be like my number one priority as far as the beginning phases of preparing for the process of becoming a flight attendant. Also, I applied to my airline twice. The first time, obviously, I did not get chosen. The reason why I feel I didn't get chosen is because I was not taking it serious. I just was like, oh, I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to put in my application and then I'm going to interview and just answer off the top of my head. Pup, fail. That was a bad idea. So I would not suggest you to do that. The second time I went out for the job, I took it extremely serious. I'm not saying that you have to go to the extremes that I went through, but I partnered up with one of my best friends, Miss Sade Iman, the CEO and creator of Melanin Be Poppin', which is a choker line. She's super amazing. Check her out. She is now my coworker, and she actually, we did mock interviews together, so it was really dope. She was very like strict with me, but very encouraging and uplifting and things of that nature. So we printed out some questions from online of example interview questions, and we went through them. She interviewed me, and we took it very serious, and even sometimes we would record my answers, audio record my answers, so I could play it back and hear how I sounded. Or I would, even at home, I would record myself with camera, see how I looked and how I sounded, because a lot of companies now are doing second round of video interviews. So you need to be comfortable speaking in front of a camera, and then eventually, hopefully, you'll be able to go to a face-to-face interview so you can see how you look in front of a panel of people that are probably going to hire you. So it's very important to prepare. So like some of my elders have told me, prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. So make sure you stick to your P's. Another bit of advice, or just something to keep in mind, is if you have children, if you're married or anything like that, that should not hinder you, or that should not, scare you out of this job. But I will say, when you first start, training is going to consume your life. And if you are not from, or you don't live wherever your training is being held, you're going to be away from your family for an extended amount of time. If you live in a city or state where your training is being held, you're still going to have a lot of focus taken away from your family for whatever amount of time that you're going to be gone. So just keep that in consideration. And then you never know if you're going to have to commute or potentially move to be able to, once you get on the line and once you are able to start flying regularly. So that's something that I like to kind of throw out there. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I know it's an uncomfortable topic, and if I'm talking about you, just look straight ahead. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Nobody will know I'm talking to you. But if you are a user of certain substances that elevate you to different heights, you like to get high sometimes, or you dibble and dabble in different drugs, that's your prerogative. However, let me tell you, they're going to drug test you. And not only are they going to drug test you when you get hired on the spot, they hire you on the spot, so you don't have any time to prepare for, these drug tests. You also are subject to random drug testing. And I actually, I got hired. I've been working a little over a year. I got drug tested back around Christmas. So they do it. One of my friends just got even an alcohol drug test lately. You are allowed to drink, but at my company, I think it's per FAA, so that's the Federal Aviation Administration. You're not allowed to drink within an 8-hour window until it's time for you to take off. So what we say at my job is 8 hours bottle to throttle. So that's not a big deal. But as far as any type of drugs, if you are a user, I would say go ahead and start, clearing out your system. Also, another topic is tattoos. That's kind of like a weird topic for me too. I will say this: do not lie about your tattoos. If you do have them, you can still get hired, but just know that you're just going to have to wear certain type of uniforms to cover them up, because most airlines are pretty conservative, at least mine is. So, obviously, if you have a tattoo on your neck, if you have a tattoo, which a lot of people do, on their hands or your wrist, it's kind of tricky. I just wouldn't lie about it. I know someone that's gotten fired because they lied about it because they were getting their tattoo removed, and then they ended up deciding to be honest and tell the truth after they got hired, and they got fired because they lied. So it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. You might and I know people that have tattoos, they have full sleeves, and they were honest about their sleeves, but these people know that they have to wear long sleeve shirts, or if it's a woman, a long sleeve dress, which we don't have a long sleeve dress, but you know what I'm saying, proper attire for that. So just please stick to the honesty policy. Also, another thing, I did my makeup a little bit more extreme because I am actually surprisingly kind of excited about the fall. But that's neither here nor there. But I would say, I come from a background of hair and makeup, so I used to work at MAC, where we could be super extreme, super expressive with our makeup. But with an airline, you're around it's a professional setting. So it's okay to express yourself, but don't go overboard or kind of do the most, because this is not a fashion show. So, for me, when I went to my interview, I feel like my smile is one of my best features. So I did wear red lipstick to my interviews, and it was perfectly acceptable. But I kept my eye makeup pretty subtle, neutrals. I kept my nails short. I keep my nails very short, where it's not even that much length behind them. and keep them a neutral color, like a nude, French, soft pink. You could even do a red. I mean, I know red is bright, but that's actually considered a neutral. Not maroon, not burgundy, but like tomato cherry red. You can do that. I personally would just say go for clear, French, or nude, just to be safe, because you'll kind of learn the culture of whatever company you're going after for that. But as far as your makeup, I would downplay everything. I would not. I mean, you absolutely can, but I personally would just wear mascara. I wouldn't do the extra lashes. But if that's your thing, maybe do a shorter lash or a less full lash, so it can be more natural, because you don't want to take away from the essence of you want them to focus on your personality and what you have to say, not be obsessed with, ooh, that eyelash is hanging on by a thread, or it's just a little too much. As far as your hair, the way I have my hair is perfect. I actually will probably even wear it lower, or lower ponytail, but I mean, it's not, don't get too like caught up on it. But I personally would not wear my hair down. I personally would not wear my hair half up, half down. I would wear it all back. When I got hired, my hair has actually grown substantially. So my hair was actually like jaw length when I got hired. So I wore my hair down, tucked tight behind my ears, and it was down on this side, but it was away from my face so you could see my face. But so if your hair is above the shoulder, just think of like military rules. Um, if your hair is above your shoulder, you can wear it down. If it's longer than your shoulders, I would definitely wear it back in a ponytail. And if my hair was longer back then, I probably would opt for a bun. But once again, bun, ponytail, it really doesn't matter. French roll, you could do, I don't know, like whatever you want, a beautiful French braid or something, that, is centered in the back. Um, Something like that. I would keep it really simple. Hair color. Do not, please do not come in there with maroon hair, blue highlights and everything. And I know it might sound funny, but some people, they've never had to work in a formal setting or a corporate setting. So, these things are foreign to them, and it's okay. Someone has to tell you. So I hope that I can be like your sis, like, sis, please don't come in there with burgundy maroon hair. Like, just like, even if you need to buy a wig or do a temporary rinse on your hair or something, like, sis, I do hair, holla at me, like, let me know. And for the fellas, clean cut. Don't be in between. Don't be growing out your beard. I would say, don't have a 5 o'clock shadow. You either need to have a fully grown in, connected, unsplotched beard with mustache and everything, or you need to be clean shaven. Or you know what I'm saying? No, like, real in between. I mean, you can have like a goatee, but it needs to be cut down. You don't need to be having the Ricky Rose Ross beard or the James Harden. If you do that, I'm gonna talk about you. Like, just don't do it. You are allowed to have braids. I actually had braids in training, but I just wore it back in a ponytail during training for convenience. Guys can have dreadlocks. Just make sure they're neat and pulled back with, I don't know, I guess, like, probably not a headband, but like maybe tie like a piece of your locks around it to make like a ponytail. Or for those of you brothers that still rock braids, okay, cool. I would say, cornrow them straight back. As far as my other gentlemen, I would say get a fresh haircut. Like, don't come in there with your, on week 4 of no haircut. I'm not saying you have to have a buzz cut, army cut, but, make sure your hair is cut neatly and clean and gelled, or whatever type of product that you prefer to use in your hair. Get your girlfriend, your sister, your mom, somebody to help you out, and just be neat. If you are a guy that has, let's just say, curly hair or longer hair, I would say wear it in a low man bun. So basically, it's the same rules that apply to the ladies. I would say will apply to you. Yeah. So I really hope that this helps y'all. Oh, I forgot something really important. Clothing, fellas, wear a jacket, wear a tie. I probably wouldn't wear a bow tie, but if that's your thing, wear that bow tie with pride. Um, there's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like it doesn't look as professional. Wear a tie, wear a suit jacket, wear a something simple white button down. Maybe navy blazer. You could wear a gray suit, black suit, uh, uh, navy. I think I said that already. Cream, whatever you like. Cream is a little casual and it's about to be out of season for that. So, ladies, I personally wouldn't wear a pantsuit. But you can absolutely. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I would prefer to wear a skirt suit. I wore a modified skirt suit. I wore a black pencil skirt with it was winter time, so it was like a tweed black and white I call it the Olivia Pope blazer. Shout out to my girl Destiny, aka Diddy, for getting me right for my outfit because I was so lost. Wear skin tone pantyhose or sheer black, not opaque black. Sheer meaning you can see through it and it's not like solid black, like almost leggings. I would probably, just to be safe, wear a skin tone pantyhose. And please wear closed-in shoes. For one, don't wear open-toe shoes with pantyhose. In my opinion, that's tacky and old-fashioned. But yeah, sorry guys, I had to catch a phone call, but I'm back. But yeah, I do think that's a little old-fashioned. But hey, it's your prerogative. These are just my personal suggestions. Also, I would keep in the neutral family as far as colors, so suits and things like that. So, excuse me, navy. Excuse me, sorry, I'm getting choked up. Navy, gray, white like shirts and things like that. I wore I wore like a blouse under my shirt, like a ivory blouse under my shirt. So keep it like real neutral. Like don't think, oh, I want to work for an airline whose colors are purple and green or something and like try to look like them because it's gonna look imposterish. I don't think that's a word, but today it is. For the gentlemen, I would probably suggest that you wear, as far as shoes go, I would suggest that you wear a lace-up shoe, maybe like a wingtip or something like that. That's like a brown or a black. I'll probably go get them shined. To make sure that they look pristine and you just look really dapper. Please wear some nice socks that correlate with your pants because when you sit down, your pants are gonna lift up. And I'm sorry if I'm sounding redundant or like or I don't want it to seem like if I'm trying to impose my fashion sense on you, but these are just pretty much generic things that I feel that people kinda, if you don't know, then you just don't know. So hopefully I can help you out in this ballpark / arena. Yeah, so hiring process is stressful only because it's a waiting game. Please take it serious. Because I would really love for you to come fly with me and just to be able to have more people embarking on this amazing lifestyle, which is aviation. Well, if you have any further questions, please drop your comments below or contact me on different social media sites or personally. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk back to y'all a little later. All right, have a good one. Bye.